Welcome to All4 E-Learning. This is session 56. So far we discussed so many properties of alcohols, how primary alcohols, secondary alcohols and tertiary alcohols are going to react. And in this session we are going to learn oxidation of alcohols. Alcohols upon oxidation, what products we are going to react. So this oxidation part is quite important in IID-JEE advanced pattern, and there are so many reagents which gives different products with different alcohols, like with primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohols. Now let us see oxidation. Basic definition we know very well. Oxidation means addition of oxygen, addition of halogen, removal of hydrogen. Means gaining of oxygen, gaining of halogen or losing of hydrogen. All these comes under oxidation. Similarly, reduction means gaining of hydrogen or addition of hydrogen, simultaneously losing of oxygen or halogen or removal of oxygen or halogen. That one is nothing but reduction. So oxidation, addition of oxygen, addition of halogen or losing of hydrogen. Reduction, addition of hydrogen or losing of oxygen or losing of halogen. Alkanes are having generally CnH2n plus 2 formula, and simply I am going to mention as RCH3. This is alkane, which upon oxidation one of the carbon containing hydrogen converts into OH group. During oxidation, carbon containing hydrogen converts into OH group, and we are getting alcohol, RCH2OH alcohol. Means alkanes upon oxidation we are getting alcohols. Alcohols upon oxidation, what happened? One more carbon containing hydrogen converts into OH. And we already learned that no one carbon is going to bear two OH groups. Immediately it has to lose water molecule. And after converting OH and OH, it has to lose one water molecule and it converts into C double bond O. In such a case, we are getting product aldehyde. This aldehyde, upon further oxidation, this carbon containing hydrogen converts into OH. That means we are getting carboxylic acid. So alkanes upon oxidation we are getting alcohols. Alcohols upon oxidation we are getting aldehydes. Aldehydes upon oxidation we are getting carboxylic acids. So these are oxidation products. Reverse is reduction. Means carboxylic acids upon reduction we are getting aldehydes. Aldehydes upon reduction we are getting alcohols. Alcohols upon reduction we are getting alkanes. But always are we getting all these products? So if our starting material is alcohol, if our starting material is alcohol, is it possible to get all these products, or are you getting any specific product? That depending upon nature of alcohol and also which oxidizing agent we are going to use. Means based upon oxidizing agent what we are using, and based upon alcohol, means primary alcohol or secondary alcohol or tertiary alcohol, which alcohol we are going to use. Based upon these two parameters, which product we are going to get, that depends. So nature of product depends upon nature of alcohol, whether it is primary or secondary or tertiary. Along with that, oxidizing agent what we are using. So oxidizing agents, what are oxidizing agents? How many oxidizing agents are there? There are so many oxidizing agents. Few of them which gives different products and which gives the same products during oxidation of alcohols we are going to discuss in this session. And remember that one point here, oxidizing agents functioning mainly depending upon which groups it can oxidize, and also what precautions we need to take. And what precautions we need to take during oxidation, during oxidation, let us assume nascent oxygen we are going to provide. Means oxidizing agent is going to provide nascent oxygen. Nascent oxygen is nothing but a 6 electron containing oxygen atom, that what we call Lewis acid. So obviously it prefers to go and attack where electron rich center is there. I am repeating, during oxidation, nascent oxygen, let us assume oxidizing agent provides nascent oxygen. In such a case, nascent oxygen means which consists 6 electrons. That 6 electrons means incomplete octet or sextet configuration. So obviously it prefers to accept electron pair. Electron pair acceptor is called Lewis acid. So sextet electronic configuration containing oxygen, Lewis acid, it behaves like Lewis acid, and it prefers to go and attack upon electron rich centers like carbon-carbon double bond, like carbon-carbon triple bond. And remember that these here we are discussing few reagents which are not going to disturb carbon-carbon multiple bonds, and carbon-carbon double bonds, carbon-carbon triple bonds are not going to disturb, means they are not going to be oxidized. So let us see the reagent. First one is Jones reagent. Jones reagent is CrO3 chromic oxide. CrO3 chromic oxide. Chromic oxide when dissolved in acetone. Dissolved in acetone means the solvent is acetone or solvent is aqueous H2SO4. Don't forget that CrO3 when dissolves in water, that compound is nothing but H2CrO4. CrO3 when dissolves in water and we are getting H2CrO4. So instead of giving CrO3 and H2SO4, H2CrO4 and acetone, CrO3 in acetone, H2CrO4 in acetone, or CrO3 in aqueous H2SO4 and acetone, all these are same. All these represents only the Jones reagent. So what is the functioning of this Jones reagent? It oxidizes primary alcohols into aldehydes, and aldehydes further oxidize to acids. I am repeating, primary alcohols into aldehydes, and aldehydes also further oxidize into acids. Now, when primary alcohols converted into aldehydes, that will happen with Jones reagent if you want to stop at aldehyde stage only. And that means if you don't want to further oxidation of aldehydes in order to get acids, if you want to stop at aldehydes only, then we need to maintain low temperature. Less than 273 Kelvin, less than or equal to 273 Kelvin, they will provide only aldehydes. If temperature increases, then obviously aldehydes also further oxidizes to acids. That's why less than or equal to 273 Kelvin, we are getting aldehydes as major products, and further oxidation is difficult. Further oxidation is difficult, means in order to convert aldehyde into acid, we need to provide more temperature. That's why when you are providing low temperature, obviously you are getting major product aldehyde and a minor product carboxylic acid. You are not supposed to assume that there is no carboxylic acid. Okay, but here what happened? We can prevent, we can stop, or we can degrade the further oxidation. We can degrade the further oxidation, and if temperature we maintain more than 273, means 225 degrees Celsius at room temperature, you are getting carboxylic acid. So Jones reagent, which product you are getting, that depending upon temperature. At low temperature you are getting aldehydes, at room temperature you are getting carboxylic acids. And remember one point here, oxidizing agents which we are using in aqueous medium, non-aqueous medium. And I am repeating, oxidizing agents which we are using in aqueous medium and which we are not using in aqueous medium. Not a non-aqueous medium means like methylene dichloride, and so among any other non-polar solvents we can use, right? So that methylene dichloride are non-polar solvents when we are using, in such a case, preferably aldehydes are products. But in aqueous medium, whenever we are using aqueous medium, in such a case, you are getting carboxylic acids as a major product. That means aqueous medium carboxylic acids major product, non-aqueous medium or non-polar medium, preferably non-polar we cannot say, non-aqueous medium like H1 medium like that. In such a case, we are getting aldehydes as a major product. Why? I will explain it a little later. Now, let us see, when we are using Jones reagent, you should avoid acid sensitive groups because this reaction proceeds in presence of acid medium. So in acid medium, if any acid sensitive groups are there, acid sensitive groups means those groups which can react with the acids. That means which groups are going to react with acids? Obviously basic groups. So basic groups better to avoid, otherwise they will react with carboxyl, they will react with sulfuric acid, and we are getting different products. Instead of the expected product, instead of desired product, you may get different products. That's why better to avoid acid sensitive groups. Let us see allyl alcohol. If we consider in case of allyl alcohol, CH2OH, this alcohol is primary alcohol. This primary alcohol upon oxidation we are getting aldehyde. Primary alcohol upon oxidation we are getting aldehyde. And if you observe here, carbon-carbon double bond also there. That carbon-carbon double bond is not getting oxidized. So when we are using Jones reagent, it do not affect carbon-carbon multiple bonds, either double bond or triple bond. That are not going to be affected. Only alcohol group converts into aldehyde. Let us see one more example in which carbon-carbon double bond is there and carbon-carbon triple bond also there, and one OH group. That means oxidizable sites here. This alcohol is a primary alcohol, it is oxidizable. Carbon-carbon double bond electron rich, it is oxidizable. Carbon-carbon triple bond, it is also electron rich, it is oxidizable. Nascent oxygen may come and attack upon these electron rich centers, right? But here the specialty of Jones reagent is it is not going to affect that carbon-carbon double bond and carbon-carbon triple bond. Obviously, it prefers to oxidize only alcohol groups. If the alcohol group is a primary alcohol, then it converts into aldehyde. If alcohol is secondary alcohol, then it converts into ketone. Okay. Now, Collins reagent is CrO3, chromic oxide, and Jones reagent also CrO3, Collins reagent also CrO3. But the difference is in Jones reagent we are using solvent acetone or aqueous sulfuric acid, whereas in Collins reagent we are using solvent methylene chloride CH2Cl2. CH2Cl2 is non-polar medium, methylene chloride is non-polar medium, and pyridine also we are using that ratio 1:2 ratio. 1:2 ratio of CrO3, chromic oxide and pyridine. 1:2 ratio of chromic oxide and pyridine. In which solvent? We are using methylene chloride solvent. Then what happened here? These 2 moles of pyridine is going to coordinate with chromium in CrO3. Here chromium +6 oxidation state. Here chromium is in +6 oxidation state. And this one is coordinated like this. This one completely exists as solid. That solid has a hygroscopic nature. So CrO3 in pyridine, it forms a hygroscopic solid. The hygroscopic solid, we are using solvent as a methylene chloride. As I mentioned that when we are using methylene chloride, means non-polar medium. Obviously, alcohols converts into aldehydes only, but aldehydes are not going to further oxidize into carboxylic acids. So why we are getting only aldehydes, or why we are getting only aldehydes? In case of aqueous medium, what happened? Let us see here. If we are getting aldehyde, let us suppose RC double bond OH in aqueous medium, means solvent is aqueous, then this aldehyde is going to convert into a hydrated form. RCOH OH means this one exists in equilibrium in aqueous medium, and obviously this one can easily oxidize because of these 2 are strong electron withdrawing groups. Then this hydrogen is going to oxidize. Further we are getting OH. So in aqueous medium there is more possibility to convert that aldehyde, to convert the formed aldehyde into carboxylic acid. Whereas in non-aqueous medium, that aldehyde, whatever formed, it remains as such, and further hydration do not takes place, and whenever hydration do not takes place because of non-aqueous medium, then further oxidation highly difficult in non-aqueous medium. That's why Here we are using methylene chloride, that's we are getting primary alcohol to aldehyde, secondary alcohol to ketone. As we learn, tertiary alcohol do not undergo any oxidation. Always you are mentioned primary alcohol, secondary alcohol only. Why not tertiary alcohol? Because of in case of tertiary alcohol, there is no further CH bond to oxidize. There is no further CH bond to oxidize. That's why tertiary alcohols resistant towards oxidation. That regarding tertiary alcohols we will discuss a little later. Next one, PCC, pyridinium chlorochromate. And there are two reagents, PCC and PDC. PCC, pyridinium chlorochromate, and PDC, pyridinium dichromate. These are mild oxidizing agents. Mild oxidizing agent does not mean weak oxidizing agent. Weak oxidizing agents are different from mild oxidizing agents. Mild oxidizing agents means they can work up to a certain extent. They can work up to a certain extent. That means mild oxidizing agents can oxidize alcohols to aldehydes. But aldehydes further cannot undergoes oxidation into carboxylic acid. Okay. Now mild oxidizing agent, don't assume that mild means weak. Mild also good oxidizing agent, but they can confine to a certain area. Okay. Now PCC and PDC both are mild oxidizing agents. PCC also called as Sarrett reagent. PCC also called Sarrett reagent. So PCC, pyridinium chlorochromate. So CrO3 and pyridine, CrO3 and pyridine and HCl. These three are there. CrO3, pyridine and HCl. But earlier also you mentioned CrO3 and pyridine. There 1:2 ratio and here 1:1 ratio. You observe that there two pyridine molecules are there. Here one pyridine only, CrO3, pyridine and HCl. So pyridine, as we know that it is a weak base, a nitrogenous base. It is a weak base. And in presence of HCl, it converts into pyridinium chloride. That pyridinium chloride coordinated with CrO3, then you are getting ionic compound like this. So CrO3, in pyridinium chloride, Cl minus is there. This Cl minus attacks upon CrO3 structure like this. And here chromium plus 6 oxidation state, Cl minus from pyridinium chloride can attack upon this chromium of CrO3. That means here we are getting always one ionic compound. Ionic compound is pyridinium chlorochloride, pyridinium chlorochromate, and pyridinium chlorochromate plus or minus is an ionic compound, and it exists as a salt. And don't assume that there is a coordinated bonding between nitrogen and chromium. See here in this case nitrogen and chromium coordination is there. That is nothing but Collins reagent. Whereas in this case Sarrett reagent you are having only chlorine and chlorine and chromium. In between these two only coordination is there, but there is no coordination between nitrogen and chromium. There is no coordination between nitrogen and chromium. Difference between these two reagents, hope you get. And in this case, nitrogen coordinated, and in this case, chlorine coordinated with chromium. This one also. Primary alcohols oxidize to aldehydes, and secondary alcohols oxidize to ketones. Primary alcohols oxidize to aldehydes, secondary alcohols oxidize to ketones without affecting any carbon-carbon multiple bond, means carbon-carbon double bond, carbon-carbon triple bond are not going to be affected. And next one, DMSO in COCl taken twice. See, we know that C double bond OH. This is what we call oxalic acid. And in oxalic acid, I am going to replace OH with Cl. Then it is COCl whole taken twice. So this is what we call the oxalic acid, oxalyl chloride. The COCl is COCl taken twice is oxalyl chloride. So DMSO, you know very well, dimethyl sulfoxide, CH3, S double bond O, CH3. This one is dimethyl sulfoxide. Dimethyl sulfoxide also good oxidizing agent. After donating this oxygen, it converts into dimethyl sulfide, CH3 taken twice, yes. So DMSO is a good oxidizing agent which can oxidize aldehydes and keep all the primary alcohols into aldehydes, secondary alcohols into ketones. Further, if itself reduced to dimethyl sulfide. And in dimethyl sulfoxide, sulfur, in dimethyl sulfoxide, S double bond O is there. Here there is no S double bond O, only two methyl groups are there. Here it loss of oxygen means it itself reduced and it oxidizes other substances. And here you have to use triethylamine, nitrogenous base must. Nitrogenous base must. So you mentioned DMSO is oxidizing agent, COCl taken twice, oxalyl chloride, okay fine, and triethylamine base. All these three are important. We will see mechanism of this reagent, how this reagent performs reaction, oxidation reaction, that we will see. And this oxidation what we call the Swan's oxidation. Swan's oxidation, it oxidizes primary alcohols into aldehydes, secondary alcohols into ketones without affecting carbon-carbon multiple bonds. It oxidizes primary alcohols into aldehydes, secondary alcohols into ketones without affecting carbon-carbon multiple bond. See, this reagent, Swan's reagent, cannot oxidize all alcohols into aldehydes. Cannot oxidize all alcohols into aldehydes. And instead of alcohol, if you are using tosyl esters, that means RCH2OH is alcohol. Few alcohols can be oxidized easily, no doubt in that one, by using Swan's oxidizing agent. But we cannot expect all alcohols. And if you want to see all alcohols in Swan's oxidation, then here strong recommendation is better to use instead of alcohol, which we have to use tosylate esters, better to use. So when we are using tosylate esters, how you are getting tosylate esters? This one upon reaction with tosyl chloride already we discussed that. Paratoluene sulfonyl chloride Cl S double bond O. Here benzene ring para position is attached to methyl group. This one is tosyl chloride and HCl eliminate out RCH2OTS. This is what we call it tosyl ester. This tosyl ester upon further oxidation with DMSO and base medium. Which base medium we are using? Weak base. Nitrogenous bases are generally weak bases. Or sodium bicarbonate, this one also weak base. So here we are getting aldehydes. That means primary alcohols converts into aldehydes. Beyond all this, KMnO4 well known and familiar oxidizing agent either in acid medium or base medium. KMnO4 in acid medium or base medium, or K2Cr2O7 in acid medium only. Remember that KMnO4 we can use either acid medium or base medium, but potassium dichromate acid medium only. In base medium, potassium dichromate does not exist. In base medium, potassium chromate exists. So base medium potassium chromate, acid medium potassium dichromate. Chromate and dichromate, in both these chromium oxidation state is +6 only. Potassium chromate and potassium dichromate in both reagents, chromium oxidation state is +6. But chromate and dichromate, these two forms. So in acid medium only dichromate existence is there. There is no chromate, right? Now these two are strong oxidizing agents. Familiar oxidizing agents, strong oxidizing agents, and when we are using that reagent, solvent is water. Water as solvent. Just now we discussed that if reaction proceeds in aqueous medium, and we cannot stop reaction after formation of aldehyde, and further it converts into carboxylic acid. So always it converts into carboxylic acid, na? No, primary alcohols into aldehydes further converts into carboxylic acids. But in case of secondary alcohol, it converts into ketone. After conversion into ketone, further reaction is difficult. That means ketones converted into carboxylic acids. For that reaction, we need to provide heat energy. I am repeating. Primary alcohols converts into aldehydes. Aldehydes can easily oxidize into acids. For that heat energy not required. Of course, even though you provide heat energy, reaction proceeds fast. that completed. Whereas if we consider secondary alcohols we are getting ketones, and ketones we are having general formula RC double bond OR. For conversion of the ketone into carboxylic acid here, CC bond breaking required. So for breaking of carbon-carbon bond, we need to provide further temperature. That's why after formation of ketone, further oxidation requires high energy. So reaction will be stopped. But after formation of aldehyde, reaction we cannot stop. That reaction further converts into carboxylic acid. And osmium tetroxide in pyridine. Osmium tetroxide in pyridine. Osmium tetroxide is syn hydroxylation. Osmium tetroxide is syn hydroxylating agent, means both OH groups attached to the double bond from same side. Both OH groups are attached to the double bond from same side. Resultant, you are getting divols. That two OH groups are attached to two adjacent carbon atoms. That's why alkenes is converted into vicinal divols. Alkenes converted into vicinal divols, and alkynes converted into carboxylic acids. So osmium tetroxide in pyridine, alkene converts into vicinal divols, and alkyne converts into carboxylic acid. And when we are using osmium tetroxide in pyridine, better to avoid amine and sulfide. Amine and sulfide means these are gets oxidized, means reaction. Here you are getting side reaction. To avoid that, better to avoid these groups in the substrate. We are not supposed to use these groups in substrate. So osmium tetroxide in pyridine. Remember that KMnO4 also syn hydroxylation. And if you observe, so far here we are this whatever the reagents we discussed, in all the reagents we generally mention that without affecting of carbon-carbon double bond, without affecting of carbon-carbon triple bond, that points already we are going to learn. But whenever we are starting from KMnO4, K2Cr2O7, we are not going to use that statement like carbon-carbon multiple bonds are not going to be affected. No. Here carbon-carbon multiple bonds also going to be affected in case of KMnO4 or K2Cr2O7. That's why we are not going to make any statement, right? That means in KMnO4 acid medium or base medium, K2Cr2O7 acid medium, osmium tetroxide, in all these cases what happened? Carbon-carbon multiple bonds get affected. That point is clear. So if carbon-carbon double bond is there, in all these cases what happened? You are getting vicinal divols. Vicinal divols means two adjacent carbon atom attached to two OH groups. And if carbon-carbon triple bond is there, then obviously that group converts into carboxylic acid. Hope you got the point here. And KMnO4 and osmium tetroxide. These two proceeds via formation of ring, cyclic ring, 5-membered or 6-membered cyclic. 5-membered or 6-membered rings like this. See here, carbon-carbon double bond is there. In case of osmium tetroxide, OS double bond O, double bond O, double bond O, double bond O. Here osmium plus 8 oxidation state. As I mentioned that this one is going to form syn hydroxylation like these complexes. See here, both the oxygen atoms are going to attach from same side with respect to double bond. And KMnO4 also similar functioning. And in KMnO4 also Mn double bond O. Here MnO4 minus is going to take part in the reaction. Then we are getting, so in both cases we are getting syn hydroxylation like this. So similar functioning in both cases you are getting syn divols. That means if you are having a carbon-carbon double bond like this one upon treatment with either KMnO4 or osmium tetroxide in pyridine, then what product we are getting? We are getting only one product, that is in which both OH groups are same side. That is syn divol. Syn addition takes place. But potassium dichromate, potassium permanganate, both functions are nearly same. But chromic acid is completely different. Chromic acid oxidation via formation of chromic ester. Via formation of chromic ester. That we will see that mechanism a little later. So, in case of osmium tetroxide, potassium permanganate, syn hydroxylation, and both the OH groups attached to carbon-carbon double bond from same side, you are getting syn diols. And next one is PDC, pyridinium dichromate, means 2 moles of pyridine and Cr2O7. There CrO3 here 2 moles of pyridine and CrO3, and here Cr2O7, CrO3 and Cr2O7. Here also primary alcohols converts into aldehydes, secondary alcohols into ketones. As I mentioned that this one is a mild oxidizing agent. It doesn't mean weak oxidizing agent. Mild oxidizing agent is completely different from weak oxidizing agent. Mild oxidizing agent can oxidize up to only aldehydes, alcohols into aldehydes, and secondary alcohols into ketones. And without affecting carbon-carbon multiple bond again. PDC without affecting carbon-carbon multiple bond. So let us see pH, CH double bond, CH, CH2OH. And this one upon treatment with PDC in methylene chloride. Again, methylene chloride solvent means non-aqueous. Non-aqueous means reaction will be stopped at aldehyde stage. So you are getting only CH2OH. OH containing carbon converts into aldehyde. There is no disturbance in carbon-carbon double bond here, and ring also consists of carbon-carbon double bonds. That ring containing double bonds or carbon-carbon double bonds are not going to oxidize. And here I am going to consider one primary alcohol group and one secondary alcohol group. In case of PDC, methylene chloride, both the primary alcohols and secondary alcohol both gets oxidized, and this primary alcohol is converted into aldehyde, and the secondary alcohol is converted into ketone. These are the products, and still reagents if you are there, let us discuss that reagents also.